Scully. I live at 411 West Park Street, sometimes 428 West Park Street, just depends upon the day. I just wanted to address the new business that's gone into the old Edgemont School. On March of 2017, City Council passed a zoning request that the old Edgemont School be zoned M1 conditional for drone center only. That drone center was set up for the development, recreation, and education of drones only. Some of us begrudgingly accepted it, but we accepted it. Our neighborhood had to be in compliance with this, and we have done so. Since this property was zoned M1 conditional for drones only, council is not in compliance by allowing a peer drop-in center for drug counseling services to move into the old Edgemont School building. And this must be addressed immediately. It is not in compliance.
Okay.
And that's all I have to say.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Cindy.
I'm Mary Ellen Haines. I live at 2340 South Church Avenue, Covington. I'm here once again to question the M1 zoning of the former Edgemont School / Edgemont Primary School, which is now called the Edgemont Building. Why was this the only school property to be rezoned? Maybe you don't remember. It was an incubator, a startup for businesses, especially drones. Then another business went in, which was not drone related. But unfortunately, the drone business did not survive. Zoning would have reverted back to R1. But because there's another business in there, that did not happen. Now, in your infinite wisdom, you have decided to place another business, I'm not sure I can call it a business, in the Edgemont building. This is a cause for concern and is probably a violation of your zoning. Let me give you some demographics of the Edgemont area near the Edgemont building. I will talk of Park Street and Church Avenue. There are 16 houses that I will discuss. One house is vacant, one is being renovated. 6 of the houses have retired persons living alone. 2 have retired couples. 4 have employed adults, and 1 has a retired person and a working person. 1 has 2 relatives living together, both retired. There is a church on Church Avenue that houses a preschool. There's a playground adjacent to the Edgemont building. It is used daily, weather permitting. Now, listening to those demographics, do we need a peer drop-in center in that building? I don't think so. The city has rooms in other buildings where this service could go. Notice I said the word service. This is not a business. It is a service. You have moved other city agencies into former school-owned buildings. Why not use the Edgemont building for some of those services? Of course, it would need to be rezoned. You must realize now, 7 years later, that the Edgemont building is not suitable as an incubator for startup businesses. Your M1 spot zoning has no business in a residential neighborhood. This spot zoning is a huge mistake. By allowing a peer drop-in to occupy this building, I believe the city is in violation of your own zoning. I urge you to find another location for this much-needed, and this is a much-needed service, but it needs to be in another location. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Citizens, thank you all very much for your attendance this evening. It's always good to have folks interested in our local government. I appreciate your comments. I will get working on that tomorrow. I will take full credit, full blame for the location of the peer service over there. Okay, we will be addressed. And you are correct that we have moved some city offices to the former school board office on Walnut Street to accommodate services that were offered to our citizens in a better fashion than we were able to do at City Hall with code enforcement and things of that nature. So again, I will take full credit, full blame for the location of the peer service which I agree with you, it is a much needed service in this community as well as all communities throughout our continental United States. So again, thank you for your attendance tonight. And anytime, I appreciate you coming out and being part of the government, but a simple phone call and your concern, Alan's here to answer those. So, but thank you.
You might refresh my memory. I know that when this peer counseling request started, you had recommended a couple places in downtown Covington.
Correct, correct.
And if I'm not mistaken, was the Edgemont School a temporary fix?
Yes. See, where we were at was Alan had directed recreation staff to work with this gentleman at the depot.
Yeah.
The service being provided extended what use we were able to offer at the Red Depot building. And for those that are not aware, the building right down here on Maple, the Red Depot building, we'll rent it to you for $50, $75, and you can have birthday parties and weddings and all kinds of wonderful things there. But it's a very busy place, and the service that this gentleman was wanting to offer extended again the time we had available down there. And Alan running things through his mind and all the things that we've got going on, and please, I'm not speaking in defense of me, it happened. The Edgemont building just came to my mind. It wasn't anybody's idea but Alan Dressler. So I will again take full credit, blame if that one falls totally on me.
So it was never intended to be a full-time
No,
operation? It
no.
would be just until...
Yeah, we're just, when I was approached, this gentleman wanted to get busy right away. And my assumption is that he had some folks that needed to be reached out of, and so I could tell the urgency, and I did. When we went down to the Red Depot, there was some needs he needed there, but we could not accommodate. Space was one, and then with the amount of time he was needing, that's when the Edgemont building just came to my mind. Again, I am aware with the zoning and the drone zone and the failure of the drone zone and all those kinds of things, I failed and I admit my failure.
So there's one business in there now.
Correct.
Do they have any time limits, or because it was a incubator at one time?
I'll be honest, Mr. Mayor, I cannot speak to
I think
what agreements was
see
made.
how much longer he's going to be there.
Okay.
And once that building's empty, I think we need to look at some other uses.
Okay.
Apartments.
I think that is a viable idea, and I think there may be some other interest in the Edgemont building as we refer to it also.
Okay, we make sure we got ducks in a row on the thing.
Yes, that will be priority.
Okay.